say it unto the assemblies.
Yes.
Let's go to Revelation chapter 5 and verse 10. It says, and has made us unto our Elohim kings and priests, and we shall reign on earth.
On the earth.
Y'all didn't get that, it was. But I'm trying to tell you, when we start reigning on earth, it's going to be when he come, and we spend this 1,000 years with him on earth. His second coming is the beginning of us reigning on earth.
Yes.
Forget that story, that lie, but they go into heaven. And he's saying, trying to get back up there, you know. You don't hear him saying he wants to stand above to see the Most High?
Yes.
And he's saying, trying to get back up there. You got to be careful. These ministers, I love them, but a lot of them have been deceived. Many of them are coming to the truth, you know. But this isn't an individual thing. Just because you're in the church, this is an individual. When you go before the judgment, the thing the pastor will be there for you. You're on your own. The Father says, search out the scriptures for yourself.
Yes.
Use that computer for something wise.
Yes.
Use that for something wise. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 17. Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 17. We got to get used to the scriptures, brothers and sisters. Jeremiah chapter 3. And verse 17. At that time shall call Jerusalem the throne of Yahuwah,
yes.
and all the nations shall be gathered unto it, to the name of Yahuwah. To Jerusalem. Neither shall they walk anymore after the imaginations of their evil heart.
Yes.
And in those days the house of Yahudah shall walk with the house of Yashral, and they shall come together out of the land of the north, to the land that I have given for inheritance unto your fathers.
Yes.
Isaiah chapter 2. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 2. Isaiah chapter 2, brothers and sisters, 1 to 4. It says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, and it shall come to pass in the last days.
Yes.
See, it's a difference. We're living in the last days. That the mountain of Yahuwah, Yahuwah's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
All nations.
You catch that? When he established this, he said, have flesh and blood on the he can leave them. He ain't gonna get. The only people who are gonna be destroyed when he comes is those who stand to fight against him. You know, in 2 Kings chapter 6, and I think it was 8, he said, well, thou kill those that you have taken captive. He said, the Father said, because he asked, I think he asked what he wanted to do, Elijah, and he said, should thou kill those that have taken captive? He said, put bread and water before them.
Yes.
He can leave them for the 1,000 years. But at the end of the 1,000 years, that's what he can deal with them. But I can get to that further with y'all as we go on. And many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of Yahuwah. Who's these many people? Flesh and blood. They don't sell out. The Elohim of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahuwah from Jerusalem.
Yes.
And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation will not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn more anymore. When the Father comes the second time, and he take over, there ain't gonna be no more war on earth, you know. They can live that 1,000 years. The captives, those who didn't raise up unto, they can live that, but there ain't gonna be no more war. The saints can control everything. He said, those that take captives now then become captive.
Yes.
His word has to be fulfilled.
Yes.
Has to be fulfilled. Matthew chapter 5. Let's go there. Matthew chapter 5. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 34. He said, but I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is Elohim's throne. Didn't you hear me tell you only one throne up there? That's the Father's throne. The Son sitting in his throne until he come here and set up his throne.
Yes.
One reign can't have two thrones. He said, my son, sit here on my side, till I make your enemies your footstool.
Yes.
Nor by the earth, for it says footstool. You hear what he said? He said, don't even swear by the earth, because it's his footstool. Now watch the distinction he make here. He said, neither by Jerusalem.
No, by
For
Jerusalem.
it's the throne of the great king.
It's the city.
Now, he could have wrapped all of that up on the earth as the footstool, you know. But
Yeah.
watch how he separated that. He said, the earth is my footstool. He said, don't even swear by that. And he said, don't even swear by Jerusalem, for it's the throne of the great king, Yahushua, coming to sit on the throne. Kings and queens can be on his mates. All those that stand against him. Boy, I tell you, as we go, you got to catch it. Revelation chapter 19. Let's go there. Revelation chapter 19. Mercy.
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 Okay.
Revelation chapter 19. Oh, you only need the word, brothers and sisters. And we start from 11, and it said, I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteous he doeth judge and make war. Tell me who he is. Come, get your second coming now.
Water.
Yeah, come, let me feed you your second coming. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his heads were many crowns. He had a name written, no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name is called the Word of Elohim.
Yes.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. So they follow him. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that which he should smite the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and tread the winepress, and the rod of the Almighty Elohim. Yeah, he say he can smite them. You know who he can smite? The same set who try to fight it. You will notice when these people go off the war, these demons go off the war and they kill up the people, they don't go and kill the mothers and the children. The said why they don't kill them. They captors. Well, the Father, if they that mighty for the thing, the Father gonna leave them until after 1,000 years, but they gonna have to give homage to him and his saints in Mount Zion.
Yes.
Come on, you better hear me.
Yes.
I want you to understand what the kingdom of Elohim is. I'm trying to get it right for you. Let's go. He said, and I saw a messenger standing in the sun. I need you to catch this, brothers and sisters. You hear me just say? This messenger was standing in the sun.
Yes.
So you know what that is? When the Father changed our bodies to immortality, nothing can touch you.
Nothing.
You hear what this messenger saying? This nigga standing in the sand of the sun. You could take all the nukes and atom bombs on this earth and take it to the sun, and it wouldn't make one flicker. The sun will consume all of it. But watch where the messenger standing in the sun. Oh boy. And he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of it, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great Elohim. You're going to feed them now. That ye may eat the flesh of kings and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them who sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. And I saw the beast and the king of the earth, and their armies gathered together to make war against he that sat on the horse. You don't catch us it. When he coming on his second coming, what you think all America and Britain and all of them sending up for? And Israel, the people over there, what they say, they're waiting for it, they can fight against him. He can destroy all of them. And it's the same to see, and to show you how they have been deceived by Satan, they're fighting a losing battle. But in their mind, they think they could conquer the Mashiach.
Come on now.
But the Father said, I gotta laugh y'all to scorn.
Laugh at
You
the
better
family.
know whose side you want. Oh, I tell you, man, he bring me out of that whorehouse after 26 years. I say, thank you, Father.
Yes.
I ain't here to question your word. I'm here to do it.
Yes.
I love my brothers and sisters. I can miss y'all, but I gotta go.
Gotta go.
I got to go. And the
story.
beast was taken with the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, which deceived them that received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. Here he said, they received the mark and they worship the image. Y'all received the mark. The mark is the name of Satan. Jesus Christ. You don't know Satan stealing worship.
Yes.
Satan take the name of the Father said the Son, take that and kick that over there, and put a swine name in and say, y'all go worship that name. You know, I get a lot of people say, but I'm not doing nothing wrong with that, man. It's the sincerity behind it. I say, but when next time you go make love to your wife named Jane, but when you making love, they'll say, I love you, Susie, and let me know how that will go. Since it's the sincerity behind it. You know, you're saying, I love you. See how, try that with her. So if she's a clay who refused to accept that, what you think about the potter? He done said his name. He say, who make who? I make y'all or y'all make me? Man, come on.
Bring it out.
Revelation chapter 21 to 6. Let's listen to this. So I could clear up this theory. When he talk about the bottomless pit and that the earth can be his bottomless pit. And I saw a messenger come down from heaven, having the key to the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil.
Yes.
And Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal on him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed in that season. Well, if I just shown you that we can have flesh and blood on the earth, how he could be on the earth with a chain of circumstance, say nobody to tempt? That ain't what they was telling you in your church. Say, well, what they mean is that he can be on earth and nobody to tempt, because Jesus can shoot us someplace to heaven and he can be there with him 1,000 years. Satan can be running around here with no, it's not impossible. He is going to be put in the bottomless pit. Just like, see, y'all got to know, see, y'all is trying to justify this word, but some things y'all got to take it literal, but let me get to it for you. He said, and after that he will be loose a little season. And I saw thrones that sat upon them, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them had judgments given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Elohim, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received the mark on their foreheads. I reject that whole name, Jesus Christ.
Rejection.
You see, the Father had to get me. He said, Darren, you got to reject that name and come unto me.
It's filth.
You got to watch these people, you know. Watch these people. They will take you down.
It's worse than garbage.
And they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years. But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. See, this is the first resurrection. Let's get that straight. Now let's go to Luke chapter 8. Let's go to Luke chapter 8 and verse 27. Let me see if I can clear up something here for you. Let's go to Luke chapter 8 and verse 27. Okay. Let's go here. It says, and when he went forth to land, there met him out of the city. You know, it's Luke chapter 8, you know the story about the possessed man.
Yes.
And when he went forth to land, there met him out of the city a certain man which had devils, long time, and wore no clothes, neither abode in any house, but in tombs. When he saw Yahushua, he cried out and fell down before him with a loud voice, saying, what have I to do with thee, Yahushua, thou son of Elohim? Even the devils know the name. Keep holding on to this false name.
Yes.
Been proven to you that the letter J, how you could invent a name, Catholics invent the name, throw it on him, do an idol image, say that's him, and y'all running behind it. Y'all have been brainwashed in slavery.
Should be.
You never thought of it? You come out of slavery, now the same people who are in slavery got you worshiping them, got these pictures and idols. The Father said, cast them away in the command and say, thou shalt have no graven images. How deep is your understanding? But because of the love of the Father, he's sending his servants, so they're the one you know. The point is, whether you're going to accept or you're going to reject. Now let's hear this. It says, he said, what have I to do with thee, Yahushua, thou son of Elohim? I beseech ye, torment me not. For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man.
Yes.
And oft times it had caught him, and he was kept bound with chain, and in fence, and he brake the bands, and driven off the devil into the wilderness. And Yahushua asked him, saying, what is thy name? And he said, Legion, because many devils were entered into him. And they besought him that he would not command them to go out into the deep. Mercy. Let's catch this now. You know that? He said, look here, don't send us out into the deep. He can't be talking about the earth because they are not infiltrating people. They say, don't send us out into the deep. You see, watch if you don't have the Father's visit. He said, don't send us out into the deep, man. So, and hear what they say. He said, and there was a herd of swine feeding on the mountain, and they besought him that he would suffer them to enter into the swine. See, they're trying to get out of going into this deep place. See, it's something about this deep. This is the bottomless pit.
Bottomless pit.
And that deep, what they talking about, once he send you there, you're going to stay there.
Stay there.
You see? And they say, look here, man, we beseech you, don't send us. Don't torment us. He said, see that swine? And you wonder why the Father tell you all stop eating swine and pork? Why would the Father send demons into the swine and the pig and the filth?